To the NFL brings us to Jacksonville, Florida. Matt Prater ready to get this one going. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. From his own end zone, here we go. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Go. Here we go, son.
Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Rip, 23.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Hey, go. 11. Silver.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep to the left. This is caught inside the 15. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Silver.
They'll run, Etienne. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
On red.
Etienne will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Hey. Check. Red.
They're going to run with Etienne. And he's in for the touchdown. The Jaguars drop 80-plus yards and take a 6-0 lead. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. On the return, it's Rondale Moore. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. McCarthy throwing right away. Dukes out a one-stop. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Makes the grab in bounds, left side. He does it! Touchdown, Minnesota! The Vikings finish off their opening drive. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Right there to tack on the point after. And the Vikings start off well to tie things 7-7. Now Prater on to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Leads at 24. 30 left.
Lawrence now off the play action. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. He'll get this to Jefferson. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones gets it. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Pass is caught, it's T.J. Hawkinson. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. And the Jaguars get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
All right, let's go. Here we go.
Lawrence in the pistol. He lofts it deep left. That's complete inside the 35. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down throw, Lawrence. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Byron Murphy picks it. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Set me ready. Mustang 19.
McCarthy operating from the pistol. Able to find Hawkinson. And he gets it up across the 30 before going out. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
The 50, through the 35, 20, 15. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Extra point try is good by Wright. And the Vikings take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for... Now Prater on to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They'll take over here, 1st and 10.
Gun. All right, here we go. Done. Think right open. Think right open. Here we go.
Here's ETN on 1st down. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Easy. Read a 54.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Rip, 23. Easy. Go. Silver.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He's got his man. It's the rookie out of Colorado. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Brought down by Javon Hargrave. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Vikings take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Oh man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throw away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Sent to the ground by Mason Smith. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And good work there to get it out of the deep end on their side. It's up near the 30.
I'm sure, Kate, that the coaches would prefer he not flirt with disaster on the return. There's no additional damage done, however, this time. Fortunately, get the ball back, and everyone could breathe just a little bit easier.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, hey, hey.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Lisa 24. 13, Lou. Lou. Red.
Now a give to ETN running right. He's contained at the line for no gain. Dallas Turner there to bring him down. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday.
Let's go.
But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
He has the burst over the middle. And what a hit there. Alex, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Hey, run. Hey, kill.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. And it's the Jaguars with a 1st and 10.
Sink right. Hey, Lion. 11. No, street. 11. Here we go.
Lawrence working from the gun. able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. That one goes for 25 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Ralph, Ralph.
Pressure coming for Lawrence. Connection made. Travis Etienne. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty.
Rip, 23.
Running it after the penalty. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Hey, go, go.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second
Go,
down.
go, let's go. Here we go, son.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's on the move. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Red on red. 13, Luke. Luke. Here we go, son.
From the shotgun, Lawrence escapes the pocket. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Cam Little getting the call on fourth down here to put 3 up for the Jaguars. High percentage look for him here from the left hash.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Chooses to bring this one out. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on him. Now begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. First and 10, here's McCarthy. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 21. Able to get it to Moore. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Stopped by Fournier Oluokun.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Going on third, McCarthy. He's going deep this time. Big gain downfield. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Right there to tack on the point after. And the Vikings drive their lead to 11. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything.
Great job. 11, 11. Silver.
Looking to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far, but this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. And my hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. On now is Cook to kick this away. Moore with a return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. Foye Oluokun with the pick. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
11, Agate.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Red.
Lawrence looking to throw. And this is caught. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars start the second half with some needed points. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
With the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth.
Track 60. 60 backward. 60 backward. Cut up. Track 60. Track 60. 19, 18. 19 tight. 19 tight. 18. Right here.
Looking to throw. He's got it to his running back. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a first down.
First and 10 from the 41. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This play goes for 36. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Here's McCarthy, first and 10. Jones reels it in. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Back to the air, McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Jones will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
19,
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And that one's going to hit the turf.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. It's surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's go. 60 back. 60 back.
You send a man in motion. 3rd and goal for McCarthy. His shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that forces them to 4th and goal. So the Vikings sending out the field goal team here. It's just 21 yards down the pipe. Prater puts it through. And that'll double their lead to 6.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Now Prater on to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Jones gets in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there, not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Vikings electing not to kick it. The offense staying out there. They're going for 2. He's throwing for it. Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete. And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead. Now Prater on to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Rip, 23.
Lawrence to throw it. Connecting on the slant. And they'll be at midfield here as he gets out of bounds. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield.
Go, go. Hot.
They just get the play on. Cut out left. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Jaguars football. They trip. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
11, Agate. Here we go, son.
Lawrence now off the play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Hey, kill! Here we go, son.
They'll run here following the penalty. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. 3rd down coming.
Red on the red.
Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Escapes out to the left. And they pick him off again. And the Vikings are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is clean, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Fits it through the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Has the connection to Jones. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
2nd down carry for Jones. And he's tackled for a short gain. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Counter play, Jones. And they take him down right along the 30. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Not quite far enough, and no good. It's off the crossbar and out. And the lead stays frozen at 14.
Well, they're still in great shape. Kate, don't tell the kicker that. You know he's bummed with every miss. But with that miss, still 2-touchdown game, and one more stop here can very much end things.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, first and 10.
Hey, think right open. Hey, kill. Silver.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he can take the lid off a defense at any time.
Think right.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence. Trying to push it deep downfield. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
First and 10. It's Lawrence. That's taken in by Etienne. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
On the set.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Hey, run. Go, let's go. 13, Luke. It's hot.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Chased out to his right. He can run it. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out. It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
I think the defense would have just settled for getting off the field with the takeaway, but they add a nice little present onto the end of it for their teammates who start this possession with much better field position.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. So the Vikings pick